Okay guys, we're here for a March real estate market report for the Edmonton area. This is video part 1 of 3. This one I'll be covering the whole market in Edmonton as a whole, but in the next video I'll look at the single family homes and then separately condos. So if you're just wanting to see what's going on in the market as a whole, make sure you watch this video. Got some really interesting stuff that's happened in the last month. In February, the market's really picked up. So you're gonna wanna tune in to this video. Before I forget, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, hit the little notification bell so that you get notified when I do new market update videos. And if you like what you're seeing here, make sure to leave me a comment and let me know how I'm doing. Okay, so what's going on in the Edmonton real estate market? If you've been watching some of my other videos, you can definitely see that the single family home market has been going pretty crazy. And I've talked about how the townhouse market is starting to pick up as well. And that even the apartment condo market, while it's not a seller's market by any means, it's still doing much better than it was previously. Now, everything I've been talking about in the last month is going to be plainly obvious when we look at the stats for all of February. I did a lot of sort of snapshots as we went through the month and was looking at what had been happening in the last week or 2 weeks or 30 days. Now we can just see what did actually happen for the whole month of February as a whole. So let's jump into this. Before I do that, if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Edmonton area, make sure to reach out to me and I can help you with whatever that you're looking to do here in the Edmonton area. So you can reach me on my cell at 780-819-5508. You can either call me or email me or text me. And if you want to email me, you can email me at trevor@trevortardif.com, or you can book a time on my calendar at booktrevornow.com and then I will call you. So let's get into the report. Okay, so we saw a big shift going from January to February. The market was really strong in January already, but in February, we definitely saw a big shift. So we're sitting at a listing absorption rate of 44.21%. So as of February 2022, essentially the end of February, we had 3,802 listings in all of Edmonton. And we also had 1,681 sales in all of February. So that represents 44.21% of the active inventory at the end of the month, which, as you can see here, puts us right sort of halfway through a balanced market moving towards a seller's market. Now that's a pretty insane jump considering just last month, we were sitting at an absorption rate for the whole market of 26.58%, which would have actually been in a buyer's market for the whole market. Now, while that hasn't been true for a while in the single family home market, the apartment condo market has been sort of dragging the whole market as a whole. But even with what's been going on in the apartment condo market, we've managed to go all the way from a buyer's market to halfway through a balanced market and on our way into a seller's market. So that's pretty insane, especially since it happened in 1 month. And you can see what it was like all of last year. February was stronger than every month last year in terms of the absorption rate. And when you have a high absorption rate, that means a lot of the listings are getting bought up really quickly, and that tends to move you essentially from a buyer's to a balanced market to a seller's market. So big swings here. If you look last February, we were only at 24 point something percent. In March, we got to 33%, and March was pretty crazy last year. In April last year, we had 35%. So we blew that all out of the water here in February. And in this next section, you're gonna see some of the results of that. The average price for all of Edmonton, and that's taking all the condos, all the single family homes, everything sort of melded in together, was $410,508. So that basically was a 9.31% increase from last month, which is insane. That is a big jump from 1 month to the next. And from 1 year, if you look at February 2021, that's also a 9.93% gain from February 2021. You can look back at the 13-month history here, and you can see that we had a couple drops in average price in December and January, and then just shot up like crazy in February. Last year, you can see that we did have gains in February of 2.64%, and then 4.71% in March. Pretty much stayed level for April, and then it jumped again in May for 3.73%, and then kind of ebbed down from there. Now, one thing I do want to point out with this average price is it really depends what's selling, especially when you're looking at the whole market like this. So this includes 1-bedroom condos that were built in the 1960s, and those mega houses that are 5,000 square feet and were just built in the last few years. Obviously, the average price for the whole market's going to depend on what is selling. So I wouldn't get hung up on this particular price too much. In the subsequent videos that I'll be doing on condos and single family homes, that'll be a little bit better looking at the average price. But if you want to look at, even more specifics, you should definitely check out some of my other market videos where I go into more depth with single family detached homes versus other types of properties. So I got some really cool stuff. Make sure to check those out as well. And again, just a reminder, if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Edmonton area, please reach out to me. I can give you great market information on my YouTube channel here, but I can help you so much more if I can just talk to you on the phone and give you the advice that you need. So you can reach me on my cell at 780-819-5508. Either call me or text me, or email me at trevor@trevortardif.com, or go to booktrevornow.com and select a time on my calendar. All right, so let's keep going. So we've looked at the average price. We've seen a big increase in February. Now let's look at the average price trend. This is just looking at the whole year. So you can see in 2021, we were up 6.25% for the year, whereas we had basically been up just under 1% for 2020. And we were negative before that in 2019. So far already for 2022, we're seeing an average price that's up 3.34% from the average for 2021 already, which is pretty crazy considering that we've only got 2 months on the books so far for 2021. So really strong market so far. Definitely seeing a lot of stuff happen. Now, if we look into the active and sold listings, as I said earlier, there was 3,802 active listings at the end of February, and we had sold 1,681 listings. So we basically had inventory that was slightly up from January, 1.88%, but our inventory is significantly down from last year. We had 12.42% less than we did in February 2021. And our sales, look at this, we had a jump from January to February of almost 70% more sales, so 69.46%. And even from last year, that just shows how much of a different story it was. We're up 56.81%. So inventory is moving. In February last year, we had 1,072 properties sell in all of Edmonton. But in February this year, we had 1,681. If you look at what happened last year, that's more than we had in March last year. Last year in March, we had 1,642. And March, things do really pick up typically. Last April, we did have more than we did last month. We had 1,928, and then in May, another 1,900, and then 1,900 in June, and then it dropped down to 1,534 in July. So super strong month so far for February. I can only imagine what March is gonna look like. We definitely have some inventory constraints. If you've watched some of my other videos, we just don't have enough single family homes for sale. And that's part of what's driving the prices up, because we're getting multiple offers, stuff selling or going pending in the first few days. I've been talking about this for a while, pretty much all month, that there is upward pressure on prices in single family homes, and we're starting to see that in the townhouse market as well. This just again looks at the market as a whole. Now let's look at the average days on market. So average days on market for February for the whole market was 47 days. And there is a mistake here in my infographic. It shows January is 90 days on market. I think it was more like 52 or something in that range. I just had a mistake in my infographic here, so that's a little skewed. Maybe it was 58. That's the number I had in my head, that January is 58. So I actually think the average days on market dropped from last month. Stuff's moving faster. We're seeing a lot of listings sell, like I said, or go pending in the first week. A lot of stuff's going over list price. Of course, if you're in the apartment condo market, it's still moving a little bit slower. You have to be more competitive on your price, but we're definitely seeing some shifts. And this just shows you the market distribution. We've got about 15% of our market under $200,000, just over 15% between $200,000 and $300,000, and 26% between $300,000 and $400,000. And once you get into that $400,000 to $500,000 mark, you're at less than 20% of the market. And between 5 and 6, now you're at about 12% of the market, and it just goes down from there. So that's just kind of showing you the market distribution. Where's most of the action happening? It's a much different picture depending if you're looking at condos or single family homes. So make sure to watch the next videos in this series where I'm going to be looking specifically at the single family home side for February and then the condo side for February. And you'll see quite a big difference between the two, especially in the market distribution and the sales volume and the absorption rate. So make sure to stay tuned for that next video. It should be coming out here pretty soon. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and give me a call at 780-819-5508, and I can help you with your real estate needs here in Edmonton. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.